Hey, what's up guys? So someone died back on his YouTube channel, and today I'm going to continue the Realish 2 planning video series, with today's topic being a pretty awkward one. You see, on Discord, I hosted a vote of what everyone wanted to see on the next planning video series. The options were maps, game modes, heavy weapons, perks, weapon mechanics, and the last one being Surprise Me, where I just throw around crazy unofficial but possible ideas around for Realish 2. So today's topic is going to be kind of awkward because it's not very traditional and direct and maybe all over the place. As a reminder, these planning videos are basically videos where I discuss some of the current plans, designs, or concepts that I've already made in a Realish 2 Trello, and I'm basically making these known public. This is mostly for feedback and to help generate minimum hype for the game. I'm hoping I can get started on developing Realish 2 sometime in 2022, but all of this is dependent on when I can really finish News vs. Zombies Tycoon 2. So the way I'm going to structure this video is going to seem kind of unchronological, but I'm going to just list things from the least craziest ideas to the most craziest ideas. So my first crazy idea that I have written down is to introduce lobby types. So there is going to be a pre-lobby and a in-game lobby system for Realish 2. The pre-lobby is the first lobby you join, and the in-game lobby is a lobby that appears before an in-game round starts and ends. Lobby types, or I guess a better name for this is server types, are basically these portals that you can walk into in the pre-lobby to put you in a preset server. Let's say for example there was a training grounds portal that you can walk into. This would be a portal that would transport you into a tutorial place where you can learn the lore of my News vs. Zombies, or you can learn how to use classes by doing medical training, supplier training, reconnaissance training, and demolitionist training courses. There could be like extra combat exercises trainings you could do, like melee combat training, firearm training, and even pilot training. And then there could be other pre-lobby portals like a beginners only portal or a battlegrounds portal, which is like the main Realish game area portal, or there could be even a player versus environment portal for those who only want to fight NPCs. And there could be like a custom portal, which could be a portal where you can find custom games or just play private customizable party matches with your friends. Alright, my second crazy idea is to change the event structure and introduce event XP to earn your prizes. I'm still more than likely going to add special maps when events are available and special prizes that can only be earned for completing that map. But what if you can earn event XP to unlock additional items for the event? Let's say for example, Red Day was an event that was available in Realish 2, and you notice that red and blue noobs will have a chance to invade other maps while playing them, and when you kill them, you earn event XP, which you can use to purchase event prizes. I think this is a crazy cool idea that I have in mind, which not only would make the event possibly more fun, but it also prevent players from having to play the same map over and over again just to earn some exclusive prizes and add to variety. Map interactions were available but kind of really limited in Realish 1. The best you could do in Realish 1 was to destroy windows, barricades, and houses, and even activate some buttons in Chaos Volcano map. But I want to go even crazier in Realish 2, and here are some crazy ideas that I have down. What if multiple light sources in the maps could be destroyable? Or what if you could activate light switches around the map? It could be in a way of adding simple light switches on the walls, or maybe even control generators that power on lights. What about destroyable gas pipes, where if one of them destroyed, all of them in the opposite directions blow up in a slow but linear path? Or what about interactable doors that you can open and close, and you can destroy them easily by using a grenade or shooting it down? In the course, what about if there was more destroyable objects like random propane tanks, explosive crates and barrels, destroyable water towers, or even generators being destroyable? And also, what if only specific maps have special map interactions? Like what if some maps had tree vines where you can just swing back and forth to make a large leap jump? Or what if only Pacific maps have zip lines that allow you to zip from one place to another? And what about special types of maps where you can use a special wall climbing zip rope thing that allows you to walk up and down windows, left and right of the windows, and jump through windows? What if some maps had controllable roadblocks that you can activate to stop vehicles temporarily? Or what if there's some maps that you can physically destroy to activate low gravity, or even maps you can fight for the center of it to launch missiles? And of course, what if some maps had natural player controllable turrets? I already hinted there's going to be natural spawn vehicles, but what about turrets and variety of turrets? Like for example, what if there was like a regular machine gun turret, heavy machine gun turrets, mortar turrets, artillery turrets, rocket pod turrets, flamethrower turrets, railgun turrets, scatter rocket turrets? And what if the Savage perk could have a crazy ability where they could rip off the turret and use it like the Spartans in Halo? Ooh. Hey, what about if some NPCs can become aware and use those turrets too? Ooh. So these ideas are in regards for the melees in Realist 2. So a quick info leak. Counter from Realist 1 will return in Realist 2 and hopefully be much better. And there will also be a blocking mechanic for multiple weapons. But what if players, and maybe NPCs too, could have the ability to dodge bullets in Realist 2? Like if they press the counter button, they will force the character to whip out the way of the bullets. And what if not only could you dodge bullets, you will be able to deflect bullets by performing a perfect block? I know some of you are looking at me like I'm crazy, but that's the idea that I have written down. Like, I'm already imagining scenarios in my mind where a player tries to quick scope a player with a sword and he just deflects and headshots with it. Obviously, this would have to be tweaked so you can't do this often using a regular sword or even with a knife. But yeah, and this also shouldn't be super reliable and should be really hard to do. And this definitely shouldn't be a better replacement than a bulletproof shield. NPCs will practically be always involved in all of my News vs Zombies games, so there's not too much craziness I haven't tapped into yet. I do have ideas where on higher intelligence levels, NPCs like the soldiers and the warriors gain and learn how to use attachments. For example, imagine you're fighting a soldier NPC and he just uses a grenade launcher on you. And what if there was some NPCs that had the ability to use some player perks like the Savage perk and gain the ability to hijack vehicles and just attack the dead bodies on the ground? Or what if some NPCs had the ability to use the Veteran perk where the more kills they get, the more active supports they can call in? Or what if every single NPC had the ability to gain more NPC perks the more kills they got and could just randomly get more player and NPC exclusive perks? Speaking of vehicles, what if any NPC was capable of just driving around any vehicle on the map? Of course, pilot NPCs would have to be the best piloters, but imagine a regular noob had the Savage perk, hijacked someone's plane in midair, and then just drove it to kamikaze into someone else's tank. As for crazier NPC ideas, this one is in regards for mutants. What if mutants had a variant strain of mutants called pure mutants? And these strain of mutants will only be spawnable from the victims that are infected by the parasite mutants, which is those mutants that spawn from mutant freaks. And let's say these pure mutants were used as a cheeky way to add the bootleg fleb into the game. Like imagine a combatant mutant that are just capable of using weapons, or a pure mutant carrier becoming a thing in Realist 2. And then of course I will add my own unique spin of new concepts in there. Now for ideas on customization, you might think I'm gonna start rolling out crazy ideas on character customization, but I don't have much of an interest written down for character customization. But I have a lot of wacky ideas when it comes to attachments, specifically weapon attachments. Like for example, dual wielding. What if dual wielding was practically allowed on almost any weapon? I'm talking about dual wielding your primary weapons like your assault rifles, LMGs, snipers, shotguns, including your automatic shotguns. And what if there was different types of dual wields you could do? Like instead of just regular duplicates, there could be like pistol dual wields where you can have an extra pistol on your arm, sword wield where you can have an extra sword on your arm. And not for this to be a replacement for bayonets or tactical knives, but just have an extra melee that's just capable of countering and deflecting bullets. And there's also a possible chance of adding shield wheel where you can have a shield that just activates when you aim your weapon. There's also a bunch of other attachment ideas that I have in mind, like a turret mounter attachment where it allows you to deploy your weapon on the ground to act as a deployable sentry, or even another attachment variant called shoulder mounter, which will allow you to set your weapon on your shoulder to allow you to fire it remotely. I even have ideas for a bunch of different ammunition types that I'm not going to share most of them, but one of them I will share is called retro-shedding pellets, which is like an ammo type for some shotguns that allows you to encourage bullets to bounce off of walls and just bounce all over the place. like imagine someone's in a house above you, there's a window and you can't shoot through the house. Imagine you can shoot your shotgun through the window and it'll bounce like up through the windows and into the roof, and it just bounces down and kills people like that. And I had an idea where I want to just stop at just attachments for just core class weapons. What if heavy weapons had the ability to have attachments as well? But instead of having multiple attachments, there could be like one ultimate heavy attachment. Like for example, imagine if you can unlock an attachment on your flamethrower that would change it to a napalm launcher, or you'll be able to unlock dual wielding for your Gatling gun. Or for your railgun, imagine you can unlock a beam muzzle to turn it into a focus rifle from Halo Reach. And finally, the craziest idea that I have in mind is to allow the ability for vehicles to be customizable. By customizable vehicles, I don't mean paint job skins, but I mean changing the armor type and equip weapons, like Battlefield style. I'm talking about changing a regular air countering noob jet into an explosive gun equipped air striker plane, or like changing a noob tank into a napalm tank that just spews fire, or you can change it into a heavy tank, basically a tank that just has a larger cannon doing more damage. And, ooh. Anyways, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting through and listening to my ideas and whatnot. If you like these ideas or not, comment down below. Let me know your opinions. Let me know if these ideas hype you up or not, or whatever. I'm gonna try to do another recording session sometime in September. I don't know if I'm gonna decide this topic or I'm gonna do another vote on my Discord. It really depends. But anyways, thank you for watching, and yeah.